came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair. Walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and strolled the golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites. Hey, there we are. Brian Light Years here. Hades is in Xeno Games. Ty is back. Tremedy, Max Red Knight, Bobby, Ashley, Swanstrom. Chelsea's in again. Let's see. Max Anderson, the Gaming Coconut. Brian's back. Ranger Rendell Gaming. Chelsea, Wolverine is now Junie Cakes. Ria's here. Dark Slifer. Attaboy. Yeah, I just got on YouTube. Boom! Wow, got a notification, Jonathan. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem like Susan to send out notifications. What the hell? Seinfeld is the best slice of life. I like that show. Gone. I told you guys. I think I haven't I? Gone's bringing up Seinfeld. Did I tell you guys the story about my almost interaction with Jerry Seinfeld? And such a dumbass. Andrew says, Curtis, I'm pretty sure Attack on Titan is a slice of life anime. It is, but slice takes on a whole different meaning there. It's certainly a swallowing of life anime. Nom, 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 nom. Alpaca would have rocked your shit. That's what, I would have. That alpaca and I could have gone. He eyeballed me right from the get-go. He started with me. What the fuck? I didn't tell you guys that one, Poppy Black. Berserk, good slice of life anime again with a different meaning to the word slice. No, just that years ago when I was doing stand-up, Jerry Seinfeld was well known at the time. He had co-hosted or guest hosted the Tonight Show, but he hadn't gotten his own show yet. You know, he was well known for his stand-up. And I was playing a club here in Albany, New York, and I got to know the guy who ran the club pretty well. It's where I got started. And he said, "Hey," he said, "next week Jerry Seinfeld's coming in." He said, "If you want, come on down. I'll get you in the green room and get a picture taken with him and stuff like that." And I just never thought Jerry Seinfeld's stand-up was funny. I still don't. I mean, everybody's got their own taste. I just don't like his stand-up. I think his show was hilarious, but the stand-up didn't do it for me. So I already had bookings for that next week, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna cancel bookings and stuff to go see Jerry Seinfeld, meet Jerry Seinfeld. He's not all that. So I didn't take the opportunity, and of course, it was like the next year or so, he got his show and everything blew up, and I was too fucking good to cancel a show so I could go down and get a picture with him or something like that. I didn't think maybe I would have gotten cast as George or something. Shit. Thomas says Gintama or March comes in like a lion. I've heard about that. March comes in like a lion, Thomas. I don't really know anything about it, just that we've talked about it before. Gintama, of course, I know little bits and pieces about it. I saw episode 100, if nothing else. I'm just curious because I really, Best Slice of Life was Clannad. Rowan, I've seen episode 1, maybe 2. I know I've seen episode 1. Yeah, Clannad was really good, really good. Just the episode I saw, but I've seen a number of Slice of Life now. Enzonator over at the Goosh sponsored a couple Slice of Life series, several now, and they've all been so good. I'll tell you that Kids on the Slope was really good too. Really, really good anime. Wouldn't Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, wouldn't that also be considered slice of life? Even though it's got dragons? Because, man, I love that series. Andrew, I never thought Jerry's stand-up was funny at all. And again, I'm nothing against the guy. It seems like a decent enough dude. I just didn't, he never struck me as funny with his stand-up. Violet Evergarden. I want to see that one. Or Fruits Basket, Rhea? Now, that one I don't think I've heard of. Violet Evergarden, I would like to see. We've talked about that one before. Your Lie in April. That's a good one, Stacy. That I have seen. That's the only anime I've gotten my wife to watch with me, and that was really good. Yes, her and I have. They're not matching, but I bought each of us. I think I posted a picture of it at one point. We each have our own Your Lie in April T-shirt. That because we're really lame. So like we'll go out to do something, and I convince her to each wear our Your Lie in April shirts. Because I'm a nerd. Xeno Game says got into Assassination Classroom recently. It was a slice of life moment. I like Assassination Classroom. Ass Class was great, Xeno. Ass Class was great. And oh God. What? Koro, you know me and names. Koro Sensei. What a great character. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with Ass Class. That was really good. Fruits Basket is by far my favorite. I don't even think I've heard of that one before. Have you guys? I don't think you guys have mentioned that one to me before. I'm surprised. That slice of life anime just, for my take anyway, and the more I learn about anime in general, they just do everything well. Whatever genre they approach, whether it's horror or shonen, fighting or whatever, they just do it really, really well. Batters says, hey Curtis, I'm on break at work at the moment. Orange is a very good slice of life anime. 12 episodes and very hard. That's another one. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think I've heard of that one either. Orange? This is kind of cool because there's names coming up that I'd never heard of. And again, I haven't seen a lot of slice of life. I knew I wouldn't have seen them, but I haven't even heard of these. Fruits Basket and Orange. Fruits Basket is so good, I binged it in 3 days, Ryan says. Really? Clannad, I've seen the first episode of. Clannad, first season, Stuart says. Second season is Slice of Fields. Clannad, I think we'll get Clannad at the Goosh one way or another. Whether it's down the road further, maybe at the $1 level, or through, it might even win one of the polls. I think Clannad's going to make it. Brian says, heard something about an 8-ball and head popped up. Sorry, old habits die hard. What? Mushishi? Don't know that one either, Josh. I've got... oh, gone. Says your wife would probably like Ghibli movies. Yeah, I think she would. It's pretty much like slit-eyed Disney. I've got some right on the shelf over here. I got some Ghibli movies. Fruits Basket is a shoujo. Yeah. I don't think I ever heard of that one. Fruits Basket. Ria says Fruits Basket is about a girl who lives in the house with Chinese Zodiac members. It's way more than that, of course, but that's just something I should say. Really? I'm surprised I never. BTG, good to see you, pal. Best slice of life animation is the duck song. Good. Of course. Glad to see you, BTG. We'll be I'm planning on tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow the next day, but I'm planning on tomorrow. The next episode of Horizon Zero Dawn. For those who don't know, BTG sponsors a gameplay over at the Goose, Horizon Zero Dawn. And I typically save that to be the last G100 episode of each month. That's been a fun game. But you talk about a game, with just stunning look to it. And now she's going into that what the hell they call it, that test there though. I'm anxious to see how she does. Hopefully it doesn't rely too much on my abilities. Brian says, well, obviously it was referring to pool, or was I, with the 8-ball? Oh, that's how I took it. Completely billiards. Total billiards reference. Mai-chan's daily life, Lick says. Mai-chan's daily life. That sounds almost like Nichijou. Nichijou was fun. Nichijou, well, I've told you guys this. I was so impressed with how, after all that random humor and silliness throughout, Nichijou really gave you a firm slap in the feels with those last couple of episodes. What a great series that was. Mushishi is incredible, Thomas says. I haven't heard of that one either. Very cool. Very, very cool. Lean Boxes, Slice of Life Animes, Nichijou. Again, love Nichijou. Aki Kochi, don't know that one. Machikado Mazuko, man, there's a ton of them I don't know. Keion, Senko-san, wow, only know one of those 5. Jeez. There's one thing that is for certain. I am definitely not going to live long enough to get to see all the anime I would like to see. Chrome says you haven't heard of Fruits Basket because it's a shoujo anime, girl anime. Like I said before, for now you've only mostly heard of the shonen anime, so you still only see one small segment of anime. Well, I wouldn't say just shonen, but yeah, the shoujo, until you started exposing me. Chrome, you exposed me. You started exposing me to it. You're right. I had no idea. No idea. And Cardcaptor Sakura's fun. I mean, that's just the best word for it. It's absolutely great fun. Xeno Game says, have to give Fruit Baskets a try. I know it's rough timing, but I have to go. Having a job sucks. Good money, though. Gooch, gooch. Well, thanks, Xeno, for being in while you could. I appreciate it. I like the cup of sticky stuff at the end. Quality. Carolyn Tuesday. Yeah, Carolyn Tuesday's good. Yeah, I'm only about, what am I, about halfway through it? That one's being sponsored over at the Gooch. Yeah, the singing in it's just, I get so jazzed up every time they're about to break into a song. I really, really like the singing. Who got me into anime, Lucy? You guys. I would have never started watching anime if it weren't for the gang here at the channel and the chats. That's 100% who got me. No, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm watching Dr. Stone right now, so I'm 10 billion% sure that I wouldn't have started anime if it weren't for you guys. Chrome says Kaguya Love is War if it counts as a great slice of life comedy anime. They're not anime yet, but Spy X Family and Yotsuba are great slice of life anime. Spy X Family will be getting animated soon. God damn. It's funny. Now, obviously, over at the Goosh, we watch 3 anime episodes a day, 6 days a week. We've got a ton of sponsored series that we're going through at the Goose. And still, no matter how much anime I watch, it's like there's just that never-ending mountain to be seen. And if I was young like you guys, like, no big deal. Mountains of something to do are not a problem because there's all that time left. But when you're old like me, it gets intimidating. It's like, shit, I'm not going to get to it all. Punster says Dragon Ball. Everyone yells, and everyone besides certain people are completely useless. Castnut says Kaguya-sama Love is War. It's a great slice of life. However, it's also a rom-com. That doesn't bother me. Again, like I've told you guys before, if it's a good story, I don't care what the genre is. I will watch any genre as long as the story is good. I don't care. BTG says, miss the obvious. Spaz Boys comedy, best slice of life. I don't know about best. we're definitely a slice of something, though. No, I never was a big Pokemon fan, Lucy. The only real interactions I've had with Pokemon were I played Pokemon Go for a while when it came out, and that's the only reason I even know, who other than Pikachu. Other than Pikachu, that's the only reason I know who some of the characters are. I did notice, though, we were at the zoo yesterday, and when we were sitting down to eat and stuff like that, my grandson still plays Pogo. I glanced over and I saw he was looking for stuff in the area. There's an anime for SpongeBob right here on YouTube. Oh, trust me, I'm well aware. Fun, sir. Brandon Rogers is best slice of life, Poppy says. Couldn't disagree with you there. Brandon Rogers and the RDC World 1 gang, too. Also great slice of life. Oh, sure. Have I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Absolutely. It's fantastic. It's one of my all-time favorites, Black Chocolate. That's one of the few that I was able to actually get through on YouTube. You can watch the reactions right here on YouTube, except for one episode that got taken down randomly. But I think it was 22. But yeah, you can watch those reactions. That was the last one we successfully were able to get through, I believe. Yones says, please watch Daily Life of High School Boys' Comedy Gold. Well, I'm not looking for ones to watch. There's no way on these I have time to watch more. Again, I watch 3 a day every day, plus post videos at the YouTube channel. Plus we have several series. Boy, what? At least more than a dozen series sponsored on a monthly basis right now over at the Goosh. So it's not like I was looking for more. I'm just real curious to get more titles and hear what you guys thought. Daily Life of High School Boys, I've heard of, but no, I don't know anything about. Again, it's just been mentioned to me before. I don't really know anything about it. Chrome says, so who wants another 4 Kids One Pieces G100 next month? Heard that's a good slice of life anime. 4 Kids are Satan. There's no question about it. It was okay. I did see Daily Life of High School Boys. I thought that was awful familiar, Chrome. I thought that was awful familiar. I'd have to obviously go back and revisit it to remember all the details. Arthur says probably Clannad, but I'm partial to Boku no Pico. Clannad's one that again I'm going to be surprised. How many episodes is Clannad? I could ask you guys, or I could just not be lazy. And hold on, let me just call up another window real quick. That might be a good candidate for the $1 level, just because it's gotten so much love from everybody. So 22 episodes, an OVA, an extra, and then what the hell is this? Oh no, same thing, just rehashed it. Okay, Clannad After Story. Oh, okay, it's the same. Oh, so there's 40 some episodes of Clannad. I take it. There's an after story. I assume is the second season. Michael says, fun fact: Neji's curse mark in the anime it's an X shape, but in the manga it's a swastika. Really? If I knew that, I'd forgotten that. No shit. Well, that would definitely qualify as a curse mark. I don't remember having heard that before. That's kind of creepy. Maborolo says, haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto is a funny slice of life. It's a parody of a Gary Stu, aka Male Mary Sue. That one I definitely have not heard of. Oh, there is a second season, so that's what I was looking at. 24 episodes and 2 OVAs and a film. Yeah, now with 2 seasons, I'm eventually going to move to series that long at the $1 level, but I'm trying to stay away from them right now because we got 2 long series going already, with One Piece. And although Bleach isn't going to be that much longer, we'll have finished Bleach. I got it all written down here. We got a bunch of filler coming up that we're skipping on Bleach. Yeah, episodes 227 to 265. That's 38 episodes are filler. So, and then 311 to 341, there's another 30 episodes that are filler. Yeah, so it won't be that much longer on Bleach. Maz says problem with Clannad is that it's slow as fuck at the start. Is it, Maz? I'm trying to remember that first episode I watched. I don't mind that too much. As long as the characters are good, though, I don't mind it being a little slow at the start, especially with something, slice of life. Is it that long even, Chrome? I didn't even think it'd be that long. She said we'll finish Bleach in about 3 to just under 4 months. I didn't even think it was going to take us that long. I forgot exactly how many episodes there are. We're on, 216, 217, something like that. Everybody says it's so sad, Saw. He says, I've been too scared to watch Clannad. Heard it's too sad. Everybody says that's how it first came up to me, is in conversations about individual moments that had really just pummeled the feels, and that's how conversations about Clannad came to be. Ryan says Erased is a good 12 episode series. It's a murder mystery that really had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. That's interesting. Haven't heard of that one either. Oh, Cheap Jump Scare says Neji's curse mark is a Buddhist swastika, so it's not that bad. Huh? I hadn't heard anything about that. I just thought it was what we saw in the anime. Let's see. Last I checked, we finished sometime around the end of October. Oh, it's even longer than I thought. Well, this end of July, August, September. So that's 3 months. I didn't even think it'd take us that long. But even then, once we finish Bleach, I'm going to guess that you guys are. It seems like if you judge from last time, since I already put in Dr. Stone, I think that would have been a main contender to get voted in. It seems like Hajime no Ippo's got a lot of support, doesn't it, guys? Gooshers, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because Hajime no Ippo almost won last time. I'm just trying to see. I don't remember how many episodes that has. I would say when we have the next voting, I would have to believe that Hajime no Ippo is the early favorite. Let's see, how many we got? I know there's quite a lot. Season. Oh, there's a second season. So there's 76. 26 is 102. So about 127 episodes, which is lengthy, but compared to some of the things that we've been doing or are doing right now, not that bad. I'm going to be, I shouldn't say I'll be surprised if it doesn't win, but it's going to be right there. It's going to be right at the finals. It's got to be. Ria says, Curtis, I realized that just the other day, marked 40 years I've been watching your channel. Ah, that's cool. Thank you for all the laughs and weird moments. You're the best. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. I like that. I love the fact that so many of you guys have been with us for so long. It's, again, I told you before, it says a lot about the importance to me of the Goosh and the YouTube channel and of you guys in specific as extended family members that I have as much memory as I do. That's why even at times when I've had go rounds with people, whether here at more often at the YouTube channel, but whether here at the Goose, people tend to forget if people are acting a little bit. I won't be mean. We'll say out of sorts, out of what you would expect, and I call them on it. When they respond like they don't think that I'll remember all the things they had posted, said, done prior. But for some reason, you guys stick. That's why I notice when people have different icon picks, stuff like that. So I guess it just goes to show how important all of this and all of you are to me. Arthur says, no spoilers, but Clannad put me through an emotional crisis as a teen. From what just the little bit that people have talked about, I can understand that, Arthur. Also, in Buddhism, the swastika represents peace and divinity. The Nazis stole it. I didn't know that either. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a fucking nasty hijacking. I didn't realize that in Buddhism it stood for peace. Wow. Maborolo says, I can binge 15 episodes like it's nothing. Thanks, quarantine. Chrome says, oh, okay, just count it up. 74 episodes of Bleach left. That's just over 12 weeks. So yeah, 3 months. Flew right by, didn't it? It did. It actually did. Can't wait for the final arc to be animated. Also, the Burn the Witch spinoff. I tell you too, Chrome, it's I haven't posted it yet, obviously, but tomorrow I'll be watching episode 500 of One Piece. And that got here way, way faster than I ever would imagine. I mean, there is something to be said for time flying when you're having fun. I mean, it's an old adage, but there's a lot of truth in it. Oh, Pramit Kumar says, hey, Curtis, I'm P2, changed my name. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Demi says, don't know if it was said, but School Rumble is dope. School Rumble. I don't think we talked about that one. School Rumble? I don't think I've heard of that one either, Demi. And that's I take it that's a slice of life? Toradora. Toradora's good. Shinotic. I'm enjoying Toradora. Yeah, that that's being sponsored right now over at the Goosh. Will RKJR is sponsoring it. He's been sponsoring a couple episodes a month. Really good. Yes, I like Toradora. I'm having a lot of fun with that. Yeah, another thing all those sponsored series do over at the Goosh is they make me poor because, well, not this one. This is the Legendary Akatsuki. But I end up buying so goddamn many anime T-shirts because it's like become a thing for me now. When I'm really enjoying an anime, it's like for some demented reason, I need a T-shirt representation of my enjoyment of that anime. It's getting expensive. Milog says, Boku wa Tomodachi ga Sukanai. It's about outcast students with zero friends making a club together based around making friends. Wow, haven't heard of that one either. Eternal Ninja says, Curtis, today's 5-year anniversary of watching your videos. And Mackenzie, oh, cool, Mackenzie. Again, that's awesome to me. That's flattering to me too that you guys have stuck with me for this long. Kadir said, did I hopefully pronounce that close right? Hey, I'm a Turk who lives in Germany. I just want to say thank you for your reactions. You're a cool guy. It's always fun to watch your reactions. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. When we do our numbers, where people are from, we got a significant number of people in Germany, which I always thought was cool. Chrome says, well, you'll see the Buddhist swastika all over the place in anime. Whitebeard's flag has a swastika in it. If you look closely, the hilt guard of Ichigo's Bankai is a swastika too. It's everywhere. I didn't catch any of that, or either one of those, I should say. Demon King Netsu says, imagine an anime where Hisoka and Orochimaru, I already don't like where this is going, teamed up to take the bodies of little boys. Probably would be better than Boku no Pico. As soon as you said Hisoka and Orochimaru, I knew we were headed down a very scary rabbit hole. Arthur says, Death Parade is a fantastic, mature slice of life. Now, that's another one that I have heard the name of before, but don't know anything about. That one I've heard other people in big support of too, Arthur. Promet says you should try Clannad, but it will mess your heart. Again, I've just seen, was it just one episode we saw that, right? No, it's terrible how bad my memory sucks. I'm going to look it up right now, see how many episodes of Clannad I've seen. Clannad. Yeah, just the one. That's what I thought. Yep, that's what I thought. I've only seen the first episode. I remember here what did I write about it? This says this is just what I wrote after watching the first episode of Clannad. This was definitely different than anything else I've seen with the setup in the first episode, and I mean that in an entirely positive way. I'm really anxious to understand more about these characters. So it did obviously have a significant impact. Well, that I remember it had a significant impact. Excuse me. MM says, my youthful teen romantic comedy, definitely. Super entertaining while being very psychologically realistic, especially about teens and high school life, but also generally about life and people. And that, again, that's, what I've, in my limited exposure to slice of life anime, that's what I've seen. And that shouldn't be surprising, I guess. In anime, they do such a great job of reflecting real life, and that's what's really gotten me more and more into it. Again, I enjoyed so much watching Your Lie in April with my wife. That was and Usagi Drop. That's really the first slice of life anime I watched in full. Enzonator sponsored that one also over at the Goosh, and I was so impressed. Being a dad and a granddad and having raised a bunch of kids, with how well they portrayed, a little kid in there, a 6-year-old, and all the things that she went up against and the way she approached things and the way she reacted to things. They were just so spot on. That was such a good series. Maya says, to be fair, the Japanese have never had problems with Nazi iconography. Seen footage of Nazi cosplay costumes being prices at arcades and shit. Oh, shit. I guess they just feel detached from it. Oh, thanks, Promet. I appreciate that. Milog says, Hisoka and Orochimaru fuse. They beat up Captain Ginyu and steal his body and use his change power to switch bodies with Frieza, then murder him while he's in a weaker body and reabsorb their own power. So you got to be careful with things like that, Milog. One of the anime companies, they'll steal that shit. Oh, Bobo. Dimmy, he says, is a classic. We talked about that. Remember that, guys? In the chats, that came up. Man, that Bo. That came up consistently for about a week. Everybody was talking about it and telling me how much I would enjoy it. The best slice of life anime is Your Lie in April and Clannad. Yeah, Leslie. Again, I loved Your Lie in April. That was just such a great story. I don't know where it might still be on my phone. I have that picture of the shirts that my wife and I got. We each got it because it's the only anime she's watching me. Your Lie in April. Is it still on here? If I had it on my computer, I'd post it for you, but I don't. Oh no, I can't. I'm on YouTube's freaking thing here. When I stream directly through YouTube, it doesn't offer any features. I have to be using my third-party software. Oh yeah, I don't know if I can. I don't know how well this will show up on camera, but this is my wife's and my Your Lie in April shirts. Let me see if I get it closer, or is that blurrier? Yeah, I can't make it out too good because of the brightness of the phone, but those are the shirts that we share. Boruto, a slice of life, Naruto says. Thomas says Melancholy of Haruhi would be up there if it wasn't for the endless hate. We're watching that too, Thomas. That is Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya is a current series being sponsored over at the Goose too, and that's I know I sound repetitive, but it's true. I mean, that's a really good series too. Really good series. But did your wife enjoy more Your Lie in April or Your Name? I don't know. I've never asked her, but I judging from her reactions, I think Your Lie in April even more. Kadir, yeah, I caught that when you said that earlier. I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, thanks, Primate. I appreciate that. The company that made Clannad also made a show called Canon, which was also a really sad show. I don't think I've heard of that one, William. Canon or Canon? I don't think I've heard of that one. I'm sponsoring Haruhi at the Goose. That's right. Oh, Morgan, I didn't see her in here. Yeah. That's what I was just saying. We're that's being sponsored over at the Goose. I didn't see Morgan was in here. Hi, Morgan. Cheap Jump Scare says, in this corner of the world is a film on Netflix about a girl living in Hiroshima during World War II. Ooh, I like stuff like that. I hadn't heard of that movie. I wish I had more. Well, obviously, I was going to say I wish I had more time to catch up on movies because I'm just forever behind the movies I wanted to see. But the fact of the matter is, if I was somehow able to free up more time for viewing, I'm going to watch more anime. I'm not going to get back to watching the movies anyway, so I don't even know why I bring it up. Where the name Spaz come from, Lucy? Actually, the root URL of our YouTube channel is Curtis the Spaz Gamer, because the channel started back in 2011. That was when Call of Duty videos were like huge on YouTube, and Brax and I used to watch lots of them. But of course, all the big Call of Duty players were really, really good players, and I sucked. I loved the game, but I sucked at it. So I said, hey, let's start a channel and we'll feature my gameplay, which really sucks ass, because there should be a counterbalance to all the fuck off train to all these pros out there. And so since I'm spastic when it comes to gaming, it became Curtis the Spaz Gamer. And then with Brax entering into the videos with me, the gang here just kind of decided, obviously, then they would christen him as Spaz Kid. And then when we morphed away from just gaming, it didn't seem appropriate for the channel to be Curtis the Spaz Gamer anymore, so we just switched to Spaz Boys Comedy, which was more just general. Just add more hours to the day, Curtis. Easy peasy. Oh, Johnny, I couldn't tell you how many times I wished I could do that every day. Demon King says you are better than me. Well, that's actually Demon King. What happened too was we got away from them because I improved, but I didn't improve enough to be entertainingly good, but I wasn't the worst anymore. So it was just kind of left me. It's like, yeah, so what? Here's this guy who plays Call of Duty and he's like, meh at it. That's actually pretty good. Philip says butter is just abused milk while cheese is neglected. That's pretty good. I like that. Oh, Defrag. Hey, boy, you guys are spot on, Samuel. Defrag is another series that's being sponsored over at the Goosh. Risa Vionis is sponsoring Defrag, and yes, that's really good too. And if it weren't for all the sponsors over at the Goosh, I would be so far. Well, actually, I think all the slice of life anime we've watched has been sponsorships at the Goosh. Enzo got us started, with Usagi Drop and Kids on the Slope. Daily Lives of High School Boys. Actually, we've seen again. We're not looking for series suggestions. Our series come from votes over at the Goosh, but yes, I have seen episode 1 of that, and I had forgotten about that. Brother E says, any chance we're going back to Minecraft today? I would love to, but I don't think I'm going to have time. I actually have an addicting sensation as you're going through the game and progressing. I don't know what is Minecraft so simple yet very fun. That describes my take on Minecraft perfectly. I love it. I don't even know why. And right now, for those of you who haven't been following along, I'm playing in hardcore mode, so it's only a matter of time till I die. And I just uncovered this stupid cave, and I'm debating whether or not to continue exploring through there. I'm just so afraid of creepers. I'll fight the zombies and shit. I doesn't scare me all that much. I'll even deal with the skeletons. But I'm just so afraid of creepers down there. But what I want to do is I'm trying to get all the materials I need to make top shelf, absolute max armor and weaponry, because I built my cave house right above a village, and I want to go down to the village and fight the golem. I just want a victory over a golem in a fight. I'm probably going to get killed, and it's going to ruin my whole game and all that effort I put into it, but that's my goal. It's going to take quite some time to get myself to where I can even attempt that, but that's my goal. Heard some people consider MHA to be part slice of life, so that may count. Chrome says, I guess you can make that case that it's somewhat slice of life. Yeah, with the with the tie-in with the school and the friendships within there and everything. What's the Goosh? Phil says, oh, that's just that's our term of endearment for our Patreon. I've been waiting, Hashirama, Rafi says. Still one of the all-time great disrespect moments in any form of entertainment. And Hashirama's just like, be gone, bitch. I got shit I'm busy with. Is Krillin still your favorite character in TFS? Oh, in the abridged? Yes. In the actual series, it's Fat Boo. Hey, everyone. First stream. Austin says, first stream I have been able to attend. Hope everyone's having a damn good day. Well, thanks, Austin. We hope you are, too. Lure the golem in a deep hole and shoot it with a bow or something. Well, what I'm going to do, Milag, when I get to that point, if I get to that point, I want to get decked out completely, in armor. And my thought is I'm going to try and entrap him, just encircle him with gates or something. I'm just going to get him entrapped. And then I want to throw some TNT in there and set that shit off. And now the explosion, from what I understand, probably won't kill him, but it might damage him enough to set me up in the fight. And then him and I are hooking it up. It's just, I have no reason for it other than I want to beat a golem. And I want those assholes in that village to understand that I am their god, not him. William says a classic slice of life would be Lucky Star. Has a ton of classic anime cameos and references. Oh, that's cool. It's about a high school girl that watches anime like DBZ, Full Metal Panic, FMA. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've heard of that one. That's neat. I like that that idea of containing references to great anime in it. That's cool. Lute says, wait, you're going to try to kill a golem in hardcore. You're going to get fucked. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. But again, what's the sense in playing a game, or what's the sense in life? You're not going to take a risk here or there. I mean, granted, I'm going to try and I'm going to hedge things to my advantage, hopefully. I want to blow him up first because I just have a strong suspicion that no matter how strong I get as far as armor and weaponry, I don't think I have a chance in a straight up fight. So I'm hoping if I blast him with some TNT, maybe that'll weaken him enough. And my idea is if he's taking the advantage on me, I'm hoping to keep a clear running lane and I'm going to run my ass right into the ocean and hope he won't follow me in there. Let's see. Thomas says, can Gintama be picked up for $1 if we kept getting second? Probably not for quite some time, Thomas, just because it's too long. I'm trying to keep the $1 level series more on the short side because we have 2 long series going at the other levels. So not for some time. It wouldn't be. I'd get to the shorter series first. Lucy says, do you like Marvel comics or DC, or what about the movies? Both. I grew up as a comic book nerd, and I like both Marvel and DC. My favorite character in Naruto, we just Rafi, we did a live stream about that where the gang helped me in, okay, this one versus this one methodology of figuring it out, and it came out to be Hashirama, which is not surprising to me. Hashirama is a great character. If you like Prison School, I did. You might like Nanbaka. I don't think I've heard of that one either. It's cool. Cory in the House, of course. What happened? Yes, absolutely. We all know that Cory in the House has no equal. That's kind of a given, though. Chrome says, Clannad is animated by the same studio that made Dragon Maid's anime and Nichijou. Same studio that got arsoned by a douchebag. Yeah. They made more anime. Yeah. Oh, no. That was just so fucking tragic. So outrageous. But I'll tell you, it's amazing how Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid has really captivated me. And as I've told you guys before, a lot of it is just because I find Miss Kobayashi to be such a sad and easy to empathize with character. Just, somebody just stuck in that rut. Just going to the same job every day, nothing really popping, nothing happening. And then here along comes a dragon to be her maid. I love that story. Dragon Series says, Minami K is my favorite slice of life comedy anime. Probably never heard of it, though. It's hilarious. No, I haven't heard of that one. I'm here getting a lot of names I haven't heard of before. I like that. Big Green says, I'm late. I was playing video games. Oh, those video games. They lead to violence, don't you? I should ask this while we have time. Wood says, Curtis, I'm pretty sure you've been made aware of streams that a time skip is coming in One Piece, where there will be a poll for a stop again. Think this would be the perfect time? Probably not, Lud. I'm simply because we're so far into One Piece now. I'm enjoying it. It seems like everybody else is enjoying it. And we've had series rotating at the $1 level. In a few months, we'll be picking a new series to follow Bleach. And you guys have got over a dozen series going on through sponsorships. I don't feel like, there's a need to fit in another short series in the midst of One Piece anymore. I think we got plenty of other things going on. Punster says, can you defy the laws of physics and marry me to Bulma from Dragon Ball? Oh, yeah, I'm sure that'll go over good with Vegeta. I mean, I'm not even concerned about the laws of physics. I'm concerned about the laws of me getting my ass beat. Arthur says, next post, please. Gintama is my favorite anime for a reason. Is there a chance we could get it on the poll since Bleach is so close to an end and then just replace Bleach with the $1 level? You're confusing me, Arthur. Gintama is my favorite anime for a reason. Is there a chance we could get it on the poll since Bleach is so close to an end and then just replace Bleach with the $1? I'm not sure what you're asking there, Arthur. I don't know what you mean by replace Bleach with the $1 level. The thing of it is, yes, Bleach is coming close to an end, and Gintama does well in the polls. If it wins, I certainly have no problem watching Gintama. But I'm not sure exactly how you structured your question. What you mean? Lute says, fair enough. So we're going all the way through then. Cool. Yeah, and again, Lute, the only reason I say that is because when we started One Piece, we didn't have this many series going at the Goosh. And I was concerned. I didn't want people to burn out. But I'm not burning out on One Piece at all. Judging from you guys' reactions, you guys don't seem to be either. And again, now we've got so many sponsored series that there's always new, fresh, and different stuff for people to watch. That's why I figured there's really no need anymore to worry about it. But yeah, as far like I said, Gintama basically. Okay. Arthur says if Gintama wins, we could replace Bleach with a short anime. Well, if Gintama wins, Gintama will be replacing Bleach. That's why I don't. That's why I'm not understanding what you're saying. And the $1 level, I'm already doing shorter series there for the time being. So I'm not completely clear on what you're asking. Philip says you would love Heaven's Lost Property. That name sounds kind of familiar, Philip. I'm not sure if that was the exact. That sounds kind of familiar. Boy, there's so and again now with having seen and being currently watching slice of life anime, it's really captivated my imagination even more. Let's see. Your favorite character in One Piece is Luffy. Kadir. It's one of the very rare occasions where main character is my favorite character. Let's see. I love Bleach. Not sure what you mean. Yes, yeah, I'm just confused, Arthur. Like I say, if Gintama wins the poll, then it succeeds Bleach. It'll just go right in Bleach's spot. If it doesn't win the poll, I'm hesitant to put it at the $1 level just because it's so long. And eventually we'll probably get to where we can put longer series at the $1 level, but there are so many shorter ones right now. I'd like to go through them first. Excuse me. Homosexual Sasuke says, I'm currently reading through One Piece and I'm about halfway through Enies Lobby. I have loved every second of the series except for Long Rin, Long Land. Yeah, Long Land. I can't speak. It's Sasuke. It's just been so good. I'm just enjoying One Piece so much. Johnny Bravocado says, Hina Matsuri is my favorite slice of life. It's about a Yakuza who ends up taking care of a girl with telekinetic powers. That's cool. That's different. When did I start wrestling, Lucy? It was 80 or 81 that I first broke in. Arthur says, never mind, too much confusion. But basically, that's, again, I don't know if I'm answering it, but if Gintama wins the poll, it succeeds Bleach. And as far as the $1 level, those will still be shorter series anyway, because that's what we're putting up there. Gimster says, if you want a happy joy anime, happy joy, remember that? I can suggest Higurashi, Shiki, and Elfen Lied. Any anime fans will know what I'm talking about. Elfen Lied, we had a while back. Remember that, guys? Elfen Lied got talked about a lot, and then it just kind of fell off. I mean, just because it didn't come up again. Higurashi, Shiki, and Elfen Lied. It does. It's actually, in a way, it's kind of frustrating to know that there's so much anime out there that I'm never going to get to all of it. Plus, we wouldn't have enough room on the shelves. Well, of course, Funko is so slow about getting good anime characters out there anyway, though. God, there's just so many anime. Oh, I know, Chrome. That's what I've come to learn. You probably barely heard of most of the big 90s and older anime so far, like Saint Seiya and Lupin the Third. Lupin the Third I've heard of, but again, don't know anything about. Bleach coming back in 2021. I heard Dragon Spheres. Not sure how long the arc will be, around 50 episodes. I have no idea. Somebody here will probably have a good idea, though. I have no idea how long it's going to be. That's cool. Yeah, Bleach has been fantastic, Jacob. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Like it a lot. And I was saying it again today. I love the, and I've been saying it since the start. I really am impressed with and just really love the pacing in Bleach. They do such a good job of building you up, like whatever it is, whatever big plot point it is, if it's a fight or whatever, they do such a good job of building you into it and then executing it as well. It's just phenomenal pacing. Chrome says probably a bit long at the moment. It's around 40 or so episodes, but think you like a classic series called GTO. I've heard of that one. Great teacher Onizuka. It's a series a bit like Assassination Classroom, but no world end. I've heard of that one too, Chrome. Yeah, 40's right around about the max of where I want to be right now for the $1 level. Again, just till we cover some more of those shorter ones. Can't keep slot open for Bleach because they need time to release the episodes too. Yeah, Arthur. Well, and for me, I think it's easier and more cohesive. What we'll do is when Bleach does come out, we'll let that finish entirely before we worry about finding a spot for it. Absolutely. Yeah, Gintama is high on my list, Thomas, just because of what I've experienced with it. I saw the one episode. I saw episode 100, and I've seen some back when we could do the reaction video streams. I had seen clips of it, so it's already captured my attention. Plus, it just gets talked about so often by everybody, whether it's here at the Goosh, wherever. Everybody has good things to say about it. Let's see. Will there be any more trying not to laugh reactions, Lucy? Not anytime soon, just because I'm enjoying doing what I'm doing right now. Ma says, speaking of wrestling, seen that shit show about people calling stolen valor on Sergeant Slaughter? No. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude apparently kayfabed some interview outside of WWE and said he served. Did he really? That's really peculiar. Yeah, that's an odd thing. I hadn't heard about that, Maz. That's an odd thing to do, though. Don't get carried away with your gimmick there, dude. Excuse me. I mean, Undertaker's not really the Walking Dead either, and you have to come to grips with that at some point. I was doing a podcast, Bob. Just time constraints stopped it. If I go back to it, because I've still got everything open for it, it's still listed at all the podcast locations and everything. If I go back to it, what I'll do is I'm just going to move it over to Twitter. I'll just record the episodes at Twitter, and then the podcast will go up. You really need to watch Bleach S Abridged too. Arthur, I don't have a problem with that, other than we got to see with an abridged series if we get the copyright strikes or not, because that's been a thing for me for whatever reason. They love to copyright. They love to hit me with copyright on a bridge series. Dragon Sphere says we should do a wrestling match as the Goosh. Me and M versus Curtis and Chrome. I like that. We could work. We could work a match. Leslie says I'm watching 2 live streams at the same time. The other stream is from Form of Therapy. Oh, I never heard of it, Leslie. Form of Therapy. I like to think that when Curtis says he broke into wrestling, he literally smashed through the ring from underneath and just started randomly beating up performers and got the job on the spot. I'd like to say that's how it happened, but yeah, it was a lot more mundane than that. Way more mundane than that. Lude says, forget the folding chairs. Chrome's just going to bring a fucking knife. Well, Lude, one time, I don't know if you guys remember him, Ray Apollo. He wrestled in WWE as Ray Apollo. He wrestled he was one of the Doink the Clowns. Had several gimmicks. Good worker and real life tough guy. Sambo fighter and really good at it. Real tough dude. But he's one of the funniest storytellers you'll ever meet too, and he's got great stories. But one day we were sitting there and we were both done with our match because him and I were both oldsters at the time. And we're sitting there just trying to catch our breath again. He goes, you know what I'm going to do? He says, I'm going to start a new gimmick. He says, I'm going to bring a fucking sword to the ring and just run somebody through. And I was just like, cool with me. Just could you give me a heads up? I really don't want to work you that night. He goes, yeah, I'll let you know. And he would just say shit like that. And with Ray, you weren't sure that he was kidding. I kept waiting to read somewhere that, homicide in the ring, and I was never quite sure with Ray. ICP was on Chris Hansen, and it was amazing. Really? Insane Clown Posse, Bob Jones? Really? I am. Oh, excuse me, guys. I haven't seen Chris Hansen in a while. I mean, he was doing such a good job of it, catching the predators. I haven't seen him in quite some time. Chris Hansen apparently a fraud. I didn't check on. I don't know about that. Do I think Sakura is useless? Kadir says no. I don't think she was used well. I wouldn't go so far as to say useless, but I think she was really underutilized and could be annoying at times. My favorite Brandon Rogers character, I don't know. There's so many good ones, but I've always been partial to My Japanese Girlfriend just because that one made me laugh so goddamn hard. Oh, that one's so funny. I have good hair. Well, thanks, Cal. Hey, listen, it's a lot of responsibility keeping it perfect like this all the time, but I'm willing to do it for you guys. Chris, when you're watching Gintama, brother, he says, I say it's the only series worth watching the filler episodes. The show just bashes itself every episode, and it can get emotional at times when they want to tell a story. Yeah, we'll worry about that when we get to it. See what everybody seems to think about that. Chrome says, watch Sakura for the next $1 series. I bring the knife full of Spaz Kids belt, old man. Well, it ain't me, so. I don't know. I don't know what he's up to. Just watching vids, I think. I think he's just watching some videos. Boruto for the $1 tier. Let's do it. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Best slice of life is prison school. Prison school is so good, Flame. Agreed. I support Gintama filler. Well, we'll like I said, when Gintama gets in, which I feel confident it will, one way or the other, sometime soon, we'll I'll go over that with you guys and see what everybody thinks. Well, thank you, Johnny. He noticed too. He said that my flowing locks are breathtaking. I like to think so. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to have to pack it up because I still do have quite a bit of editing to do for today. I just wanted to get, I've been playing so much Minecraft, and I just love Minecraft. And I apologize for not having as many just chat streams as normal, but I'll always do this. I always remember to throw one in. I'd like to play some more Minecraft later. I don't think I'm going to have time, but I've got, the game is so freaking addictive. And by all means, if you see a Minecraft stream, I'm trying to remember to take breaks while I'm playing and just chat with you guys and talk, hopefully leave enough time to talk a little bit at the end to keep some elements of the chat streams. But even though it's Tuesday, I hate to admit to this, but Tuesday isn't the highest quality sticky stuff. But let's be honest, it's still sticky stuff. It's like with pizza. You know, not everything can be your favorite. It can't be like that Italian place in Epcot that I love so much. It can't be like Rose's Pizza in New York City. But even it's still pizza. It's still good. So Tuesday is kind of like the okay pizza sticky stuff day. Oh, Arthur says those aren't flowing locks; they're light rays shining out his bald head. That's way more likely. Goose, goose, goose. Goodbye, Ginster says. so for this Tuesday, that's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it the middle of the road pizza sticky stuff. Still good, still hits the spot, just not up to the scale of Free for All Friday pizza, which is the high quality stuff. But here it comes, Pumple, middle of the road pizza sticky stuff for you. Anybody smelling pepperoni as I give this sticky stuff? I think I got too much power suggestion there. Sticky stuff for all. Middle of the road sticky stuff. What could be finer? Because we'll bang, okay? Flashily like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, never forget, and always middle of the road, side of the road, whatever part of the road, goose. Goose.